Surprised.
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 Ngạc nhiên.
I was surprised at how quickly she agreed.
Delighted.
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 Vui mừng, vui sướng.
I was delighted that you could stay.
Parcel.
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 Gói, bưu kiện.
There's a parcel and some letters for you.
Thoughtful.
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 Chu đáo, ân cần.
He looked thoughtful.
Present.
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 Có mặt, hiện tại. Món quà.
I am not satisfied with the present situation. A thoughtful present.
Region.
Regio.
Region.
Vùng, miền.
This is a mountainous region.
Pretty.
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 Khá, xinh xinh.
The game was pretty good.
Worn out.
Worn out.
Worn out.
Mệt mỏi, cũ.
I'm so worn out. These shoes are worn out.
Perfect.
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 Hoàn hảo, tốt nhất.
Nobody's perfect.
Various.
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 Khác nhau.
He reads various books.
Location.
Locatio.
Location.
Địa điểm, vị trí.
We're in the same location.
Whole.
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 Tất cả, toàn thể.
The whole family will be there.
Campground.
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 Khu cắm trại.
I'll go to the campground.
End up.
End up.
End up.
Rốt cuộc.
I ended up doing all the work myself.
Provincial.
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 Thuộc về cấp tỉnh.
He did a provincial tour.
Look forward to.
Look forward to.
Look forward to.
Mong đợi.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
Inform.
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 Thông báo.
I'll inform you tomorrow.
Ranger.
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 Kiểm lâm.
I am a ranger.
Rainfall.
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 Lượng mưa.
The rainfall averages 40 inches a year.
Flood.
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 Lũ, lụt.
A flood is coming.
Completely.
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 Hoàn toàn.
The technique is completely new.
Submerge.
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 Nhấn chìm, áp đảo.
The fields had been submerged by floodwater.
Hiking.
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 Đi bộ đường dài.
I love hiking.
Wilderness.
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 Vùng bỏ hoang.
The Antarctic is the world's last great wilderness.
Route.
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 Lộ trình, đường đi.
The tunnel route is changed.
Decoration.
Decoratio.
Decoration.
Sự trang hoàng.
We made our own decorations.
Emotional.
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 Cảm xúc.
He is very emotional.
Proud of.
Proud of.
Proud of.
Tự hào về.
I'm proud of you.
Alternative.
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 Thay thế.
There's no alternative.
Tuition.
Tuitio.
Tuition.
Học phí.
Tuition fee is very high.
Foundation.
Foundatio.
Foundation.
Sự thành lập.
These stories have no foundation.
Anxiety.
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 Sự lo lắng.
Stress can cause anxiety, depression.
Overcome.
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 Vượt qua.
I cannot overcome myself.
League.
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 Liên đoàn, liên kết.
We have a football league.
Contemplative.
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 Thiền định.
She was in a contemplative mood.
Possibility.
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 Khả năng.
They doubt its possibility.
Brochure.
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 Tờ quảng cáo.
I need a travel brochure.
Commitment.
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 Sự cam kết.
You lack the commitment.
Recreation.
Recreatio.
Recreation.
Sự giải trí.
That is a recreation center.
Record.
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 Kỷ lục, thành tích.
He broke a record.
Utilize.
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 Sử dụng, tận dụng.
We should utilize solar power as a source of natural energy.
Bark.
VK.
Baka.
Vỏ cây.
The bark peels off in summer.
Tar.
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 Nhựa đường.
Tar is used for making roads.
Antiseptic.
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 Chất khử trùng.
I need some antiseptic.
Medicinal.
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 Dược thảo.
This is medicinal herbs.
Property.
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 Tài sản, của cải, thuộc tính.
This building is government property. Antiseptic and medicinal properties.
Settler.
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 Người di cư.
Most of the settlers came from England.
Substance.
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 Chất.
Some frogs produce toxic substances in their skin.
Steadily.
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 Ổn định, đều đặn.
The situation got steadily worse.
Synthetic.
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 Tổng hợp, nhân tạo.
That is synthetic rubber.
Artificial.
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 Nhân tạo.
It's an artificial flower.
Sweetener.
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 Chất làm ngọt.
I was discussing an artificial sweetener.
Resemble.
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 Tương tự.
The two dogs resemble each other.
Texture.
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 Kết cấu.
She uses a variety of different colors and textures in her wall hangings.
Hardly.
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 Hầu như không.
We hardly know each other.
Predecessor.
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 Người tiền nhiệm.
He is my predecessor.
Flavor.
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 Gia vị, hương vị.
This drink has no flavor.
Gain.
Gay.
Gain.
Đạt được.
The party gained over 50% of the vote.
Unprecedented.
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 Chưa từng xảy ra.
Unprecedented levels of unemployment.
Popularity.
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 Sự phổ biến.
Latin has been increasing in popularity lately.
Industry.
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 Nền công nghiệp.
They're industry leaders.
Decade.
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 Thập kỷ.
The 90s were a decade of rapid advances.
Reputation.
Reputatio.
Reputation.
Danh tiếng.
They have equal reputation.
Cavity.
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 Lỗ hổng.
I have my cavity filled.
Gum disease.
Gum disease.
Gum disease.
Bệnh viêm lợi.
Remember about how you ought to floss to prevent gum disease.
Dwindle.
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 Thu nhỏ, còn lại.
That energy starts to dwindle.
Advent.
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 Sự ra đời, mùa vọng.
The advent of television didn't change this formula very much.
Deem.
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 Tưởng rằng.
I deem it necessary to help him.
Moderation.
Moderatio.
Moderation.
Sự điều độ.
You should eat and drink in moderation.
Potentially.
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 Có tiềm năng.
This is a potentially fatal chemical.
Beneficial.
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 Có ích, có lợi.
A good diet is beneficial to health.
Oral hygiene.
Oral hygiene.
Oral hygiene.
Vệ sinh răng miệng.
The girls are very concerned about their oral hygiene.
In addition.
In additio.
In addition.
Mặt khác, ngoài ra.
In addition, I like it.
Category.
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 Hạng, loại.
These are the nominees from each category.
Impart.
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 Truyền đạt.
I want to impart my knowledge.
Function.
Functio.
Function.
Chức năng.
This design aims for harmony of form and function.
Confectionery.
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 Bánh kẹo.
I need some confectionery.
Tobacco.
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 Thuốc lá.
The government imposed a ban on tobacco advertising.
Addiction.
Addictio.
Addiction.
Sự nghiện.
Smoking is an addiction.
Treat.
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 Điều trị, đối xử.
They treat their animals quite badly.
Surgeon surgery.
Surgeon surgery.
Surgeon surgery.
Bác sĩ phẫu thuật. Ca phẫu thuật.
He is a cosmetic surgeon. He will require surgery on his left knee.
Recover.
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 Hồi phục.
The victim is recovering well at home.
Gastrointestinal.
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 Thuộc dạ dày, ruột.
I have a gastrointestinal disease.
Boost.
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 Thúc đẩy.
We must boost imports.
Cognitive.
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 Nhận thức.
I am carrying out a cognitive survey.
Performance.
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 Trình diễn. Hiệu suất.
He team has continued to improve performance.
Alertness.
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 Sự cảnh giác.
I drifted in and out of alertness.
Mastication.
Masticatio.
Mastication.
Sự nhai, sự làm nhuyễn.
It is responsible for compressing the cheek. and is important in mastication.
Arousal.
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 Tỉnh thức, kích thích.
Male sexual arousal follows a predictable path.
Sustain.
Sustai.
Sustain.
Chống đỡ, gìn giữ.
No one can sustain youth forever.
Interfere.
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 Can thiệp, xen vào.
Don't interfere with me.
Verbal fluency.
Verbal fluency.
Verbal fluency.
Nói năng lưu loát.
There's a verbal fluency component.
Pale in comparison to.
Pale in comparison to.
Pale in comparison to.
Lép vế, thua kém.
I thought I was badly treated, but my experience is pale in comparison with yours.
Hazardous.
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 Nguy hiểm.
It's hazardous work.
Innocuousness.
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 Không độc hại, vô tội.
We all like to believe in the innocuousness of childhood.
Chronic.
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 Mãn tính.
Smoking is getting chronic.
Irreversible.
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 Không hồi phục.
Her decision is irreversible.
Ensue from.
Ensue from.
Ensue from.
Sinh ra từ.
Panic and chaos could ensue.
Excessive.
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 Quá mức, thừa.
The turnover is excessive.
Tightness.
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 Khó thở, tức ngực.
Sometimes if I lay down, I feel tightness across my chest.
Metabolic.
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 Sự trao đổi chất.
The power source is metabolic.
Imbalance.
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 Sự thiếu cân bằng.
We make decision out of imbalance.
Irregularity.
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 Tính bất thường.
I can see the slightest surface irregularity.
Tooth decay.
Tooth decay.
Tooth decay.
Sâu răng.
I have tooth decay.
Evidence.
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 Bằng chứng.
I'm evidence.
Enhance.
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 Đề cao, nâng cao.
This is an opportunity to enhance the reputation of the company.
Reformulate.
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 Cải cách.
Let me try to reformulate the problem.
Postoperatively.
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 Sau khi phẫu thuật.
Postoperatively, the patient needs to rest for at least a week.
Healing aid.
Healing aid.
Healing aid.
Hỗ trợ chữa lành.
This medicine serves as a healing aid for wounds.
Associated with.
Associated with.
Associated with.
Liên quan đến.
Smoking is associated with many serious health problems.
Oppose.
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 Chống đối, phản đối.
The children strongly oppose the idea.
Curb.
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 Kiềm chế, hạn chế.
He needs to learn to curb his temper.
Intake.
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 Lượng lấy vào da.
Make sure you have a balanced intake of vitamins A, B, C, D.
Entirely.
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 Hoàn toàn.
The experience was entirely new to me.
Encourage.
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 Khuyến khích.
She especially encouraged young scientists.
Textbook.
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 Sách giáo khoa.
I would not recommend it as a classroom textbook.
Curriculum.
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 Chương trình giảng dạy.
Chinese has been introduced into the curriculum as an option.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Biến đổi khí hậu.
These policies are designed to combat the effects of climate change.
Dismay.
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 Mất tinh thần.
She could not hide her dismay at the result.
Propaganda.
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 Sự tuyên truyền.
He has been listening to his own propaganda for so long that he is in danger of believing it.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Sự nóng lên toàn cầu.
The increase in temperature of the Earth's atmosphere that is caused by the increase of particular gases, especially carbon dioxide.
Chiefly.
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 Chủ yếu là.
He's traveled widely, chiefly in Africa and Asia.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenon.
Hiện tượng.
We were hoping science could somehow explain this strange phenomenon.
Objectively.
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 Khách quan.
Looked at objectively, the situation is not too bad.
Monopolize.
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 Độc quyền.
Men traditionally monopolize jobs in the printing industry.
Viewpoint.
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 Quan điểm.
She will have her own viewpoint on the matter.
Appalled.
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 Làm kinh hoàng.
We watched appalled as the child ran in front of the car.
Theory.
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 Lý thuyết, lý luận.
He developed a new theory about the cause of stomach ulcers.
Indicate.
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 Tỏ ra, ra ý, ngụ ý.
The survey data indicated general satisfaction with the process.
Perspective.
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 Viễn cảnh.
A historical perspective may help us understand the issue.
Doctrine.
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 Học thuyết, chủ nghĩa.
She rejected the traditional Christian doctrines.
Credibility.
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 Sự tín nhiệm.
After the recent scandal, the government has lost all credibility.
Anthropogenic.
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 Do người gây ra.
Anthropogenic climate change.
Consumption.
Consumptio.
Consumption.
Sự tiêu dùng.
Gas and oil consumption always increases in cold weather.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Nhiên liệu hóa thạch.
Fossil fuel reserves are rapidly being depleted.
Release.
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 Thải ra.
He was later released from police custody.
Atmosphere.
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 Không khí, khí quyển.
It's a tense atmosphere.
Temperature.
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 Nhiệt độ.
The temperature has risen by 5 degrees.
Raise concerns.
Raise concerns.
Raise concerns.
Làm dấy lên những mối lo ngại.
Creating a culture of compliance and encouraging employees to raise concerns.
Approach.
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 Phương pháp, gần tới.
His approach is ahistorical. We approach middle age.
Greenhouse gas effect.
Greenhouse gas effect.
Greenhouse gas effect.
Hiệu ứng nhà kính.
Environmental pollution causes greenhouse effect.
Controversy.
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 Cuộc tranh luận.
The controversy aroused strong emotion.
Subsequent.
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 Đến sau, xảy ra sau.
In the subsequent 13 years, they never did.
Roughly.
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 Đại khái, xem.
The trip will take roughly 3 hours.
Prove.
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 Chứng minh.
Time will prove this.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Gần đây, hiện tại.
She always wears up-to-date clothes.
Dismiss.
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 Sa thải, gạt bỏ.
The employer can dismiss the employee.
Assert.
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 Đòi, khẳng định.
He should assert his independence.
Shy away from.
Shy away from.
Shy away from.
Né tránh, xa lánh.
Do not shy away from conflict.
Evaluate.
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 Đánh giá, định giá.
You need to evaluate yourself.
Multiple.
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 Nhiều, phức tạp.
I have multiple personalities.
Primary.
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 Đầu tiên, cơ bản.
They're the primary victims.
Analyze.
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 Phân tích.
I type and analyze documents.
Objective.
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 Khách quan, mục tiêu.
They followed objective idealism. What is your career objective?
Respond to.
Respond to.
Respond to.
Trả lời, đáp ứng.
We'll try it, then respond to you.
Criticism.
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 Sự phê bình.
He's a literary criticism.
Well established.
Well established.
Well established.
Vững vàng, lâu dài.
We just cooperate with a well-established firm.
Publication.
Publicatio.
Publication.
Sự công bố.
All reports are vetted before publication.
Sponsor.
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 Nhà tài trợ.
He is a sponsor.
Typically.
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 Điển hình, tiêu biểu.
I'd like to try something typically Chinese.
Vantage.
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 Lợi thế, ưu thế.
She won a vantage position.
Fluctuate.
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 Dao động.
Stock prices fluctuate violently.
Drop.
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 Giảm, rơi.
His arms dropped limply to his sides.
Demonstrate.
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 Giải thích.
Researchers can easily demonstrate this.
Misleading.
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 Lạc lối, sai lệch.
I make misleading video titles.
Reiterate.
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 Lặp lại, làm lại.
You can reiterate a question.
Colleague.
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 Đồng nghiệp,
He is my colleague.
Unbiased.
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 công bằng.
There is no such thing as an unbiased observation.
Complex.
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 Phức tạp, rắc rối.
Brain cells are complex.
Complicated.
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 Phức tạp, rắc rối.
Women are very complicated.
Side with.
Side with.
Side with.
Ủng hộ.
I always side with you, man.
Conclusion.
Conclusio.
Conclusion.
Cuối cùng, kết luận.
That's a reasonable conclusion.
Carry out.
Carry out.
Carry out.
Thực hiện, tiến hành.
We will carry out analysis.
Investigation.
Investigatio.
Investigation.
Cuộc nghiên cứu.
The investigation is ongoing.
Diverse.
Diverse.
Diversity.
Đa dạng, nhiều loại.
People come from diverse cultures.
Booklet.
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 Sổ tay.
This is a booklet for programming staff.
Unusual.
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 Hiếm, khác thường.
He is very unusual.
Seasonal.
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 Từng thời vụ.
The demand for swimsuits is highly seasonal.
Extremely.
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 Vô cùng, cực kỳ.
He is extremely intelligent.
Bug spray.
Bug spray.
Bug spray.
Thuốc xịt côn trùng.
We should have used bug spray.
Sunscreen.
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 Kem chống nắng.
I forgot to put on the sunscreen.
Orchard.
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 Vườn cây ăn quả.
It's a famous orchard.
Insect.
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 Côn trùng, sâu bọ.
I need an insect repellent.
Resume.
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 Sơ yếu lý lịch.
I don't need a resume.
Reference.
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 Sự tham khảo.
There are frequent references in the text to the English Civil War.
Accommodation.
Accommodatio.
Accommodation.
Sự thích nghi, nơi ở.
The accommodation became inadequate.
Imagine.
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 Tưởng tượng.
That's impossible to imagine.
Journal.
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 Tạp chí, nhật ký.
This is a learned journal.
Twist.
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 Bóp méo, xoắn.
Don't twist the truth. It's a twist of paper.
Stem.
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 Thân cây.
When the bush has finished flowering, cut back all the stems.
Predict.
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 Dự đoán, báo trước.
Nobody could predict the outcome.
Advertisement.
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 Quảng cáo.
It's an advertisement.
Unnecessary.
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 Không cần thiết, thừa.
No preparation is unnecessary.
Illustrate.
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 Minh họa.
A few examples will illustrate the point.
Instructional.
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 Hướng dẫn.
You may need an instructional skills.
Description.
Descriptio.
Description.
Sự mô tả.
Royalty is an apt description.
Informative.
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 Nhiều thông tin.
The news is very informative.
Procedure.
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 Thủ tục.
The procedure is valid.
Committed.
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 Tận tâm, tận tụy.
They are committed socialists.
Professional.
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 Chuyên nghiệp.
She began her professional career as a dancer 20 years ago.
Monitor.
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 Kiểm soát. Màn hình.
The monitor is wavy. Staff will monitor her progress.
Patient.
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 Kiên nhẫn. Bệnh nhân.
You must be patient. Hospitals are treating more patients than ever before.
Administer.
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 Quản lý, thi hành.
She agreed to administer the exam.
Liaise.
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 Giữ liên lạc.
It is advisable to liaise closely with the planning authorities.
Psychiatrist.
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 Chuyên gia tâm lý.
She's a psychiatrist.
Physician.
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 Thầy thuốc.
He works a practical physician.
Commensurate with.
Commensurate with.
Commensurate with.
Tương xứng.
The salary offered is commensurate with your experience and qualifications.
Qualification.
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 Trình độ chuyên môn.
What sort of qualifications do you need for the job?
Prefer.
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 Thích hơn.
I prefer walking to cycling.
Senior citizen.
Senior citizens.
Senior citizen.
Người cao tuổi.
The park offers discounts for senior citizens on weekends.
Gerontology.
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 Lão khoa.
Gerontology is the study of aging and the challenges faced by elderly people.
Entail os entails.
Entail. Entails.
Entail entails.
Kéo theo đòi hỏi.
That will entail an early start tomorrow morning.
Transportation.
Transportatio.
Transportation.
Vận tải.
The transportation of goods by air.
Assessment.
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 Đánh giá giao thông vận tải.
Continuous assessment is made of all students' work.
Interpersonal skill.
Interpersonal skill.
Interpersonal skill.
Kỹ năng giao tiếp.
Good interpersonal skills are important for building strong relationships at work.
Entry-level job.
Entry-level job.
Entry-level job.
Công việc cần ít kinh nghiệm.
I am looking for an entry-level job to gain experience and grow my skills.
Permanent.
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 Vĩnh viễn.
She is looking for permanent employment.
Well paid.
Well paid.
Well paid.
Được trả tốt.
At last he had found a well-paid job. That interested him.
Clientele.
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 Khách hàng.
The restaurant has a loyal clientele.
Asset.
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 Tài sản.
Good health is a great asset.
Prerequisite.
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 Điều kiện đầu tiên.
Careful study of the market is a prerequisite for success.
Counselor.
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 Nhân viên tư vấn.
The college now has a counselor to help students with both personal and work problems.
Pursue.
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 Theo đuổi.
I have decided not to pursue that matter any further.
Attitude.
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 Thái độ.
What is the company's attitude towards this idea?
Additional.
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 Thêm vào. Bổ sung.
There will be an extra charge for any additional passengers.
Take a look at.
Take a look at.
Take a look at.
Hãy xem.
Can you take a look at my resume before I submit it?
Account.
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 Tài khoản.
Open an account with a bank.
Cardio.
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 Tim mạch.
Running is a great cardio exercise to improve heart health.
Membership card.
Membership card.
Membership card.
Thẻ thành viên.
You need to show your membership card to enter the gym.
Keep track of.
Keep track of.
Keep track of.
Theo dõi.
I keep track of my schedule with a planner.
Promotion.
Promotio.
Promotion.
Khuyến mãi.
There was a promotion in the supermarket, and they were giving away free glasses of wine.
Package.
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 Bưu kiện.
The postman brought me a large package.
Combine.
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 Kết hợp.
Success was achieved by the combined efforts of the whole team.
On my way home.
On my way home.
On my way home.
Về nhà.
I'm on my way home after a long day at work.
Discover.
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 Khám phá. Phát hiện.
I've discovered a super restaurant near here.
Forget.
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 Quên.
Don't forget to feed the cat.
Bin.
Buy.
Bin.
Thùng rác.
A rubbish bin.
Locker room.
Locker room.
Locker room.
Phòng thay đồ.
I left my gym bag in the locker room before the workout.
Lost and found.
Lost and found.
Lost and found.
Mất và tìm thấy.
I found my keys at the lost and found desk.
Collapse.
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 Sụp đổ.
The whole building collapsed.
Wooden.
Wood.
Wooden.
Bằng gỗ.
Wooden furniture.
Handle.
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 Tay cầm.
Carry a bucket by the handle.
Fabric.
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 Vải.
The dress is made of soft fabric. That feels comfortable to wear.
Rip.
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 Xé.
Rip a piece of cloth in two.
Chance.
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 Cơ hội.
Please give me a chance to explain.
Thought.
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 Ý định.
The thought of resigning never crossed my mind.
Fantastic.
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 Tuyệt vời.
She's a fantastic swimmer.
Press.
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 Nhấn.
Press the trigger of a gun.
Buzzer.
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 Còi báo động.
I pressed the buzzer, and after a while someone came to the door.
Unlock.
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 Mở khóa.
Exploration to unlock the secrets of the ocean bed.
Extend.
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 Kéo dài, mở rộng.
Can you extend your visit a few days longer?
Hunt.
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 Săn.
Wolves hunting in packs.
Indigenous.
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 Bản địa, bản xứ.
The indigenous culture.
Archaeological.
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 Khảo cổ học.
The team is conducting an archaeological dig to uncover ancient artifacts.
Finding.
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 Điều khám phá ra.
The report's finding on a decrease in violent crime supports the police chief's claims.
Trapper.
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 Người bày động vật.
The trapper set up his traps to catch wild animals in the forest.
Miner.
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 Công nhân mỏ.
The miner works deep underground to extract valuable minerals.
Merchant.
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 Nhà buôn.
An import-export merchant.
Exploit.
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 Kỳ công, lợi dụng.
I'm not interested in hearing about Bill's amorous exploits.
Remain.
Remi.
Remain.
Còn lại, vẫn.
After the fire, very little remained of my house.
Booster.
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 Điều khích lệ.
A morale booster.
Preserve.
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 Giữ gìn, bảo tồn.
His work must be preserved for posterity.
Defend.
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 Phòng thủ.
Defend one's country against enemies.
Excessive.
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 Thái quá.
An excessive enthusiasm for sport.
Deforestation.
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 Sự phá rừng.
Deforestation is destroying large areas of tropical rainforest.
Authorize.
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 Ủy quyền.
I authorized my bank to pay her $3,000.
Urgent.
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 Gấp, khẩn cấp.
Urgent telegram.
Issue.
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 Kết quả.
Don't worry about who will do it. That's just a side issue.
Tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction.
Điểm du lịch.
The Eiffel Tower is a famous tourist attraction in Paris.
Exhibit.
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 Vật triển lãm.
The museum has some interesting new exhibits from India.
Souvenir.
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 Quà lưu niệm.
A souvenir shop for tourists.
Display.
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 Trưng bày.
Display goods for sale.
Priority.
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 Ưu tiên.
Rebuilding the area is a top priority.
Residence.
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 Sự cư trú.
Foreign visitors are only allowed 1 month's residence.
Boundary.
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 Ranh giới.
The fence marks the boundary between my land and hers.
Nonetheless.
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 Dù sao.
There are serious problems in our country. Nonetheless, we feel this is a good time to return.
Conservation.
Conservatio.
Conservation.
Sự bảo tồn.
Conservation of energy.
Restore.
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 Trả lại, hoàn lại.
Restore stolen jewels to the showroom.
Revenue.
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 Thu nhập.
Sources of revenue.
Community.
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 Cộng đồng.
Work for the good of the community.
Facility.
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 Năng khiếu, tiện nghi.
Have a great facility for learning languages.
Aim genuine purchase.
Aim genuine purchase.
Aim genuine purchase.
Mục đích mua hàng chính hãng.
Our aim is a genuine purchase.
Spectacular.
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 Đẹp mắt, ngoạn mục.
A spectacular display of firework.
Announce.
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 Báo, loan báo.
Announce a piece of news.
Rapidly.
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 Cách mau lẹ.
Things are changing very rapidly.
Annually.
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 Hàng năm.
The exhibition is held annually.
Ocean.
OSHA.
Ocean.
Đại dương.
These mysterious creatures live at the bottom of the ocean.
Marketable.
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 Thị trường tiêu thụ.
This is a highly marketable product.
Ecotourism.
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 Du lịch sinh thái.
Costa Rica's national parks have made it a center for ecotourism.
Disturb.
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 Xáo trộn.
Don't disturb the papers on my desk.
Coordinator.
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 Điều phối viên.
She is the program project coordinator.
Bulk.
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 Kích cỡ lớn.
It's not their weight that makes these sack hard to carry, it's their bulk.
Kayak.
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 Xuồng kayak.
The kayak is stored in the garage.
Circumnavigate.
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 Đi loanh quanh bằng thuyền buồm.
Magellan was the first person to circumnavigate the globe.
Exhilarating.
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 Làm phấn chấn.
An exhilarating walk in the mountains.
Arduous.
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 Gian khổ, gay go.
An arduous task.
Excursion.
Excursio.
Excursion.
Cuộc đi chơi.
A shopping excursion.
Span.
Spa.
Span.
Nhịp.
The bridge crosses the river in a single span.
Demographic.
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 Nhân khẩu học.
Current demographic trends.
Adventure.
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 Cuộc phiêu lưu.
A life full of adventures.
Ignore.
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 Làm ngơ, bỏ qua.
I said hello to her, but she ignored me completely.
Stability.
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 Sự ổn định.
A period of political stability.
Maneuverability.
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 Điều khiển xe dễ.
Today's submarines have limited maneuverability.
Paddle.
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 Quay trộn, chèo.
We paddled the canoe slowly upstream.
White knuckle.
White knuckle.
White knuckle.
Trắng tay.
A white knuckle ride in a theme park.
Subside.
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 Hạ xuống, rút xuống.
The floodwaters gradually subsided.
Navigation.
Navigatio.
Navigation.
Hàng hải, hàng không.
There has been an increase in navigation through the canal.
Straightforward.
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 Thật thà.
Straightforward in one's business dealings.
Shore.
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 Bờ.
Swim from the ship to the shore.
Boast.
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 Khoác lác, ba hoa.
He's always boasting about his children's success at school.
Impressive.
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 Hùng vĩ.
His collection of paintings is most impressive.
Priority.
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 Vị trí hàng đầu.
Japan's priority in the field of microelectronics.
Tide.
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 Thủy triều.
Strong tides make swimming dangerous.
Lift.
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 Nâng lên, nhấc lên.
I can't lift this bag, it's too heavy.
Insist.
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 Khẳng định.
She kept insisting on her innocence.
Enterprise.
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 Sự táo bạo.
A woman of great enterprise.
Superiority.
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 Sự trội hơn.
They won the battle because of their massive superiority in numbers.
Operator.
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 Người vận hành.
A lift operator.
Obstacle.
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 Trở ngại.
Obstacles on the race course.
Adult.
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 Trưởng thành.
An adult under English law is someone over 18 years old.
Thrifty.
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 Tiết kiệm.
They have plenty of money now, but they still tend to be thrifty.
Distinct.
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 Dễ thấy, rõ ràng.
The footprints are quite distinct. They must be fresh.
Impression.
Impressio.
Impression.
Ấn tượng.
Make a strong impression on somebody.
Unfortunate.
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 Bất hạnh.
I was unfortunate enough to lose my keys.
Avid.
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 Khát khao.
Avid for news of her son.
Exception.
Exceptio.
Exception.
Ngoại lệ.
An exception to a rule of grammar.
Insinuation.
Insinuatio.
Insinuation.
Lời ám chỉ.
I reject the insinuation behind your question.
Appropriate.
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 Thích hợp.
His formal style of speaking was appropriate to the occasion.
Steer.
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 Lái, hướng theo.
He learned how to steer the boat through the river.
Restriction.
Restrictio.
Restriction.
Sự giới hạn.
Without restriction,
Novice.
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 Người mới vào nghề.
he's a complete novice as a reporter.
Distract.
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 Làm lơ đãng.
She was distracted from her work by the noise outside.
Definitely.
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 Dứt khoát.
She states her views very definitely.
Incidents.
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 Mức tác động.
This area has a high incidence of crime.
Crash.
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 Tiếng vỡ.
The crash of dishes being dropped.
Evidence.
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 Bằng chứng.
There wasn't enough evidence to prove him guilty.
Driver's license.
Driver's license.
Driver's license.
Giấy phép lái xe.
I just got my driver's license last week.
Vehicle.
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 Xe cộ.
A space vehicle.
Foolishly.
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 Điên rồ, rồ dại.
Foolishly, I didn't write the phone number down.
Triple.
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 3 phần.
The plan has a triple purpose.
Instructor.
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 Huấn luyện viên.
Driving instructor.
Risk.
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 Điều rủi ro.
Is there any risks of the bomb exploding?
Irresponsibly.
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 Vô trách nhiệm.
She continues to spend money irresponsibly.
Occur.
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 Xảy ra, xảy đến.
When did the accident occur?
Propose.
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 Đề xuất, dự định.
I propose to make making. An early start tomorrow?
Majority.
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 Phần đông, đa số.
The majority was in favor of the proposal.
Explain.
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 Giải thích.
Can you explain why you left?
Injury.
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 Sự tổn thương.
Excessive dosage of this drug can result in injury to the liver.
Contradict.
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 Nói trái lại.
The speaker had got confused and started contradicting himself.
Aquarium.
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 Bể kính.
We visited the aquarium to see the fish and sharks.
Marine.
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 Thuộc về biển.
A marine painter.
Science.
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 Khoa học.
A science subject.
Anthropology.
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 Nhân loại học.
She is studying anthropology to learn more about human cultures.
Botanical.
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 Thực vật học.
Several new botanical species have been discovered in the last year.
Sightseeing.
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 Ngắm cảnh.
There was no time to go sightseeing in Seattle.
Supper.
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 Bữa ăn tối.
Have a late supper.
Ferry.
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 Phà, bến phà.
You can cross the river by ferry.
Island.
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 Đảo.
They live on the large Japanese island of Hokkaido.
Accessible.
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 Có thể tới được.
The remote hamlet is accessible by bicycle.
Socialize.
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 Xã hội hóa.
An opportunity to socialize with new colleagues.
Appealing.
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 Hấp dẫn, quyến rũ.
The idea of a holiday abroad is certainly appealing.
Concentrate.
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 Tập trung.
I can't concentrate on my studies with all that noise going on.
Relieve.
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 Cứu trợ.
Relief for starving people in Africa.
Complaint.
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 Sự than phiền.
You have no cause, grounds for complaint.
Exclusively.
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 Chỉ riêng cho.
This room is exclusively for women.
Previous.
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 Trước đó, tiền.
Who was the previous owner?
Schedule.
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 Thời biểu.
A factory production schedule?
Suburb.
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 Vùng ngoại ô.
Live in the suburbs.
Encounter.
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 Gặp.
I encountered many difficulties. When I first started this job,
Species.
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 loài, loại.
A strange species of car.
Exception.
Exceptio.
Exception.
Ngoại lệ.
An exception to a rule of grammar.
Antarctica.
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 Nam cực.
Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth.
Creature.
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 Sinh vật, động vật.
Your dog's a ferocious creature.
Synonymous with.
Synonymous with.
Synonymous with.
Đồng nghĩa với.
The words annoyed and irritated are more or less synonymous.
Afterlife.
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 Kiếp sau.
They'll be reunited in the afterlife.
Nuisance.
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 Điều khó chịu.
The noise was so loud that it was a nuisance to the neighbors.
Messy.
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 Bừa bộn.
A messy kitchen.
Especially.
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 Đặc biệt.
I love the country, especially in spring.
Reveal.
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 Tiết lộ, phát giác.
Close examination revealed a crack in the vase.
Remarkable.
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 Đáng chú ý.
A boy who is remarkable for his stupidity.
Behavior.
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 Tư cách.
She was ashamed of her children's bad behavior.
Striking.
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 Nổi bật.
A very striking young woman.
Similarity.
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 Sự tương tự.
Points of similarity between the two men.
Consist of.
Consist of.
Consist of.
Gồm có.
The committee consists of 10 members.
Offspring.
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 Con cái.
She's the offspring of a scientist. And a musician.
Breed.
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 Đẻ, gây ra.
Birds breed in spring.
Approximately.
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 Xấp xỉ, khoảng.
It costs approximately 20. I can't remember exactly.
Survive.
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 Sống sót, sót lại.
The last surviving member of the family.
Reproduction.
Reproductio.
Reproduction.
Bản in sao.
We are researching reproduction in elephants.
Sibling.
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 Anh chị em ruột.
I have 2 brothers and a sister. 3 siblings in all.
Cooperate.
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 Hợp tác.
It will be much easier if everyone cooperates.
Territory.
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 Lãnh thổ.
Occupying enemy territory.
Predator.
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 Kẻ bóc lột.
He denounced all landlords and moneylenders as evil predators.
Classify.
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 Phân loại.
The books in the library are classified by according to subject.
Crow.
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 Con quạ, gáy.
A black crow is sitting on the tree.
Melodic.
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 Thuộc giai điệu.
A melodic theme.
Perceive.
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 Cảm nhận.
I perceived his comment as a challenge.
Coarse.
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 Thô, tục tĩu.
Coarse words.
Intricate.
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 Rắc rối.
An intricate piece of machinery.
Comprise.
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 Bao gồm.
This dictionary comprises about 50,000 words.
Dialect.
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 Phương ngữ.
The poem is written in Northern dialect.
Relative.
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 Tương đối, bà con.
A distant relative of hers.
Element.
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 Yếu tố, nguyên tố.
Water is composed of the elements hydrogen and oxygen.
Comprehend.
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 Hiểu, bao hàm.
Failing to comprehend the full seriousness of the situation.
Decipher.
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 Đọc ra, giải mã.
Can you decipher her scrawl?
Astonish.
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 Làm kinh ngạc.
The news astonished everyone.
Machine.
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 Máy móc.
Machines have replaced human labor in many industries.
Laundry.
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 Tiệm giặt ủi.
I've got to do my laundry.
Vending machine.
Vending machine.
Vending machine.
Máy bán tự động.
I bought a soda from the vending machine.
Adaptable.
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 Có thể thích nghi.
He is not very adaptable.
Capacity.
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 Sức chứa, dung tích.
a hall with a seating capacity of 2,000.
Life expectancy.
Life expectancy.
Life expectancy.
Tuổi thọ.
The average period that a person may expect to live.
Demonstrate.
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 Chứng minh.
Demonstrate the truth of a statement.
Urban.
Urba.
Urban.
Thành thị.
Urban development.
Creatively.
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 Sáng tạo.
This is a unique opportunity to think creatively about how to fix these problems.
Assist in.
Assist I.
Assist in.
Hỗ trợ trong.
I will assist in preparing the documents.
Variety.
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 Đa dạng.
He left for a variety of reasons.
Continent.
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 Lục địa.
Holiday on the continent.
Threat.
Thread.
Threat.
Sự đe dọa.
A country living under the constant threat of famine.
Collaboratively.
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 Hợp tác.
We must work collaboratively with other countries facing the same threats.